I said, I'll just keep a look out because you never know. It might be the overlap lot and you might get a Roy Keane selfie in there.
Why? So no, Roy Keane won't do a selfie, will he? Was it Roy Keane who's like, why do you want a selfie? Just tell me
yeah, he really is. He's one of them. I think if you catch him on the right time, he's all good.
I actually really enjoy that Sky advert at the moment. I don't know if you've seen it when he gets an ice cream, and the woman was videoing. It's like, oh, it's my nephew. He could be the next Roy Keane, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We were talking about it the other week, right? Of footballers / sports people that became famous actors. Roy Keane could do a job, couldn't he?
Well, he has done, hasn't he? He was in an Irish sort of comedy. He played like a part in that as well, where he was like a confused, like they took the piss out of him sort of thing. Oh God, what was that called? I don't know. I'll find the clip later. I'll have a. Pardon me. I'll be like, I'll go. It'll be one of my YouTube.
Because Cantona's done it, hasn't he? Cantona is obviously. Did you ever watch Searching? Looking for Eric, it was called. He was in that for a brief time. And
yeah,
then
was it Looking for Eric? Finding Eric or something
Finding
like
Eric,
that?
Looking for Eric, something like that. It's like an English postman, wasn't it, or something? But then there was
with the mask on.
Wasn't Cantona in Elizabeth as well?
He's been in loads. He has been in loads.
And wasn't Emmanuel Petit in something? He could have been in the bill, I think.
He's been in the Mad Kings. He was in Cantona movies. The Killer, 24. A load
he was
of
in 24.
No, that's what it was in 2024. He was in a movie.
Oh right, no. I mean, I've watched all of that. I didn't remember seeing that.
Death List. He's actually got quite a few.
I've got to find out now. I'm pretty sure Emmanuel Petit was in the bill.
That's madness if he was.
Yes, Arsenal and France midfielder Emmanuel Petit made a cameo appearance as himself in the 1998 Christmas special of The Bill.
Wow.
Does that count? I mean, it does count because you are
100%. Yeah, 100% it counts. On IMDb for Eric Cantona, and a lot of them, and let's face it, he does do a kind of like acting in them, and he has done. Actually, I'll say that first. They've even got his Nike adverts in there.
Yeah,
classed as shorts. But do you remember is it the Cronenberg advert?
Cronenberg, when he pretends to be a farmer.
Yeah, that one was good. Do you know what? The one film which me and you both know him for, Finding Eric or Looking for Eric, they don't write down here. I haven't got it written down here. Because that was like 90s. That was 90s, that was.
I can't remember when it was, but we should if we get famous enough, we should review films that footballers have been in.
Yeah, they
Wonderful
did that
World of Football Shirts Patreon, and we'll just not like what
was the podcast
Quickly
called?
Kevin.
That's it. Quickly
Kevin will he score? Did they do football movies? But I don't want to do. I want to do footballers in movies. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do footballers in movies.
Yeah.
So we'll do or TV shows. We'll review the Bill episode. We'll review Elizabeth. Anything that Vinnie Jones has been
episode.
In. Yeah. Shall we crack on? Shall we start the pod?
Let's start it, man. Are we rolling yet?
Yeah, we are.
Let's get it going.
I think we've got some good content, that is. Right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wonderful World of Football Shirts, a podcast that is... It starts off by being a football shirt podcast, but, you know, it can take us anywhere. We talk about football shirts mainly, though, and we talk about why we love them, why we hate them, what people do with them, how you collect them, all that kind of stuff. It is our safe space where we can share our opinions without any fear of hatred coming back at us. And it's not just me that talks, because we that would probably be very bad. We've got a few absentees today. But it's just me and Jake, which I
Yeah,
like. I
man.
like. Hey, how you doing, buddy? You okay?
I'm good. How are you? How are you? How's your week been?
It's been pretty good. Can we just start by you've got a glass there? Let's raise a glass. We're recording on a Wednesday. It is Woody's birthday. Happy birthday, Woody. We love
Happy
you.
birthday, Woody.
A good excuse to not be on the pod. Obviously, this will come out on a Sunday, so we'll be a bit week late. But fingers crossed. He won't know this. He won't know this, and he'll find this out when he listens to the pod. I got him a present for his birthday,
Ooh.
and it's I bought, he loves a 90s football book. It's not, it's one of those quiz books, but it's like name that 90s footballer, where all it is, it's page after page of team, who am I? Or I played with boom, 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 who am I? I think he's going to really like that.
Mate, I love stuff like that. I'm my sort of algorithms on TikTok, because I created a TikTok just to sort of, spread the word of art on shirts a little bit. But it's all just football. Sorry, by the dog. I think Laura's just come back home. So like my algorithm is just like football related stuff now. And I get like the imposter games. Have you seen those where you get like a footballer and you all have to go around and give a little word describing them? And like the clubs that they've all like you've just said, you get badge, club, who's the player, stuff like that. Oh god, yeah, love them.
On that, I will come back to actually saying hello and stuff in a minute, and I'll tell you about my week. On the algorithms and the Instagrams and stuff, have you seen now this recent trend on Instagram of AI doing like a footballer walking through their own career?
Yeah, don't.
And
don't.
Some of it is bloody awful.
Yeah.
And what's wrong is sometimes they get the kit really wrong. Like the David Beckham one.
Yeah, they're like amalgamations of like a few, aren't they? They're like random jobs.
But I gotta say, I'll send you this one. I saw one of Gaza today.
Oh god.
Oh my god, it's brilliant.
Really?
I can't see a single flaw in it. He starts off, he's like outside St. James's Park in his Newcastle shirt and his afro thing, and he walks in. And then he turns around, has a photo with Peter Beardsley and somebody else, right? And then he turns around, and then he does the same again. I thought it was excellent, but
calm down.
One of the best ones I've seen so far. And
AI is crazy, though, isn't it? It is absolutely crazy right now.
Yeah, it is, and I am boycotting it as much as I can.
Yeah, God. I mean, my algorithms are football related and then also like conspiracy theories. And let's face it.
Oh, nice. Any good ones? Any good ones?
I'm scared to leave the house nowadays, mate. I'm not even joking.
The conspiracy theory that the 5 centimeter give only applies to Liverpool or something like that, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
That's a conspiracy theory. Isn't they saying that now on VAR? There's a 5 centimeter give or take, and people have noticed it only applies when Liverpool are playing. So they
right, okay.
Good call.
Anyway. I know their nickname was Liverpool for quite a while, so yeah, it would make sense.
Right. How am I? I'm good. How's my week? Fine. You will notice that I'm wearing a new shirt. New old shirt. And it actually comes full circle on a story I told. I don't think you were here. Were you there for it? Or you dropped out? I don't know if you listened back.
Yeah, I'd listened back. So I did. I caught it. Yeah, I caught. I think I may have popped back in towards the end of it, but I listened back and caught the full story. Yeah.
I got scammed. I trusted somebody I shouldn't have in a moment of vulnerability. And I'll tell you really quickly. So what happened is, a few things happened, and I made a bit of money from selling a few football shirts, and I saw a Wolves nutmeg shirt on sale on Vinted for 90. I got him to 90 quid. I thought that's a decent price. And you know what? I got let down, recorded the pod. I was feeling really good, had made a bit of money, pulled the trigger. Location was Telford. So as you know, not too far from me, thinking great. Won't take long to arrive. Now, people that don't know Vinted, you have a week to post the package. I got to 4 days, there was still nothing. 5 days, nothing. My heart started to sink. I'm like, this isn't going to happen, is it? I'm going to be given a refund. I'm not going to get the shirt. So I just go onto Vinted and I just type in, as I do. It's one of my first searches, Wolves Nutmeg. And up pops another one on Vinted. Location, Wolverhampton. Little heart favorite, just to kind of save it, just in case. Drops me a message. Hey, like, here's a reduction in price. I'll drop it down to, like, I think he had it up for 110. Dropped it down to 100. I thought, hey, I messaged him. I said, look, I'm going to be honest. Just bought one, but it's been 5 days. I haven't posted it out yet. If I get the notification that they haven't posted it, I'll come back to you. And he said, okay, cool, no worries. And I said, by the way, where in Wolverhampton are you? And so we started having a conversation. Turns out he lives 3 minutes away from me. So, sorry, anyone Vinted listening. Shirt I bought in Telford, that got cancelled because he didn't post it. Got the money back, full refund. So I messaged him and said, look, if you can like save on some fees, just mark it as sold and I'll come meet you and I'll buy it off you. I'll give you cash. And he's like, I'll do you 80 for cash. So I got myself 80 quid. He came round, dropped the shirt off. We had a lovely conversation about his dad's football shirts. He has got some pristine mint, like early 90s Liverpool Adidas kits as well.
Oh, wow.
Like the green ones, the Adidas equipment green.
Yeah.
And the red ones with the stripes coming down. And it's his dad's old shirt. And I've got to say, sizing in the 90s, absolutely baffling, mate.
Yeah, oh God,
Just mad. I am wearing double XL. Now, you can see double XL on the sleeves, right? For those who are watching, the short sleeve shirt is coming down to my kind of like mid forearm. But if I stand up now, now I know I'm a tall guy, but I'm wearing double XL.
Yeah, short on the body.
It's bloody short on the body.
Yeah, my Italy 96 away is quite short on the body. It's got like one of them swooping hem type things at the bottom, but even still, I feel like it's shorter on the body than what it should be.
So, come full circle moment. I've been looking for this shirt for a while. I've got it. I've now got the home and away.
Cool.
I've got a. Do you know when you kind of set yourself grails? We've spoken about this before, whether you have them or not.
Yeah.
I'm nearly done.
Hey, that's cool, man.
And you wonder what we should do. I should just cancel the pod, right? Or just finish. Football shirts are done. Phew.
Yeah.
No, there'll always be more.
There'll always be more. There'll always be little new niches you want to sort of get into. I love the badge on that, though. The home and the away for that year on that Wolves kit. Lovely.
So, I think I've said it before. It's Wolves' anniversary next year. And actually, this is a good question I want to ask you about, actually. So it'll be the 26-27 season, Wolves' 150th anniversary, as we were founded in 1887.
Good number as well, that.
Right?
Good number.
I think it's 1887. It should say. Yeah, I think it's 1887. So it's going to be 150, right?
Season, yeah, makes sense.
Wouldn't it be superb if this badge makes a comeback for the anniversary kit? And I'm talking maybe this gold as well.
Yeah, a little bit shiny.
Yeah, I mean, just if you're listening, Wolves, you should go back to 1 year ago when we did our 4th anniversary, and I made a very good Wolves kit that you could use. Just saying. Oh, happy birthday! Podcast is 5 years old now.
When was
Celebrated our 5th birthday. It was on Sunday when I posted on the chat group, and I sent you a picture.
I've had a very busy week.
I sent you a picture of the original Wonderful World of Football shirts logo, which I spent time making.
I did see that. Thank God that never made the light of day, hey? This one that you went with is Streamline, and look at it in the background here. It's still iconic. It's still
It is iconic.
still fresh as
It's
fuck.
yeah, it is. And do you know what? I never forget the people that really helped when we first got going. And obviously, me and Mark said we wanted to do a podcast talking about football shirts. There's a guy called John Snell who I used to play football with on Saturdays. Me and Mark played with, and he looked at one look at the graphics that I made myself and said, "That's shit." And he made a new one for it. And he said, "This is better."
Good lad.
And then
Good lad.
I always remember my friend Andy Inwood, who I just made friends with through a mutual friend. He's the musician that recorded music, and the Wonderful World of Football shirts music is a track. Friend of a friend, mutual acquaintance, became a good friend of mine. He is a musician. He wrote a piece of music called Footy Stickers, which is the wonderful World of Football shirts soundtrack. And I'm forever grateful of him allowing us to use that. And it kind of made us who we were. And then, you know what, Jake, if I'm handing out thanks, I'm going to say thanks to you, because you were like one of the OG fans that reached out.
Yeah, man.
And it was one of like
away.
people like you that we kind of realized, oh crap, people actually want to listen to this. So
yeah, man, it was because at the time, like, I was getting into this, so like our paths are very, very similar. And I just wanted to absorb as much that was going on in this sort of community. And this was, I literally just straight away, it was just a chance of a search on Spotify, boom. And then I'd put it on at work. I'd put it on at work and just listen to it and really, really enjoyed it. And like you say, reached out and followed and liked and all this sort of stuff. And now look at it every bloody week.
Yeah. Can't get rid of us. So here's a question for you, right? Here's the question that I have for you. As I said, Wolves anniversary, 1887 is when we were founded. Now, when do you put your anniversary kit out? Do you put it out? Because obviously next season would be 26-27.
Yeah.
But 27-28 is also a possibility.
Yeah. I would go for whatever the actual date of it is, the season that falls in. So, for example, say if it's when your club was created, if it was November something 07 or whatever it was. If it was the November part, I'd make sure that it fell within that season, the 07, 08 one, for example. That's what I'd do. I'd try and keep it as close to the actual date as possible.
Okay, that's fair enough. Do you think that's why some teams, like Birmingham, for example, did an anniversary shirt and wore it once, because it tied in probably directly with the time they were invented? Or do you think that's just a marketing scheme that just so happens to fall on FA Cup weekend?
I think that was a little bit of a marketing scheme, if I'm honest, which I'm really saddened about a little bit, because I think you may have spoke about the blue shirt last week when I wasn't on, maybe.
Only slightly, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I think it's absolutely stunning, and why that isn't a full season kit. Oh, it's a shame. It is a real shame, because stunner, absolute stunner. They smashed it.
It is, and I think it's so commendable when a sponsor will still appear but not be there. Like, there's enough of a different contextualization, if that's the right word to use, or different, material to see the undefeated logo, but without it being there, I really have time for that. A lot of time.
Yeah. It's always a classy little nod, isn't it? That, I mean, we saw it with the Spurs one as well, didn't we? With the all white out one. It works quite nicely to make that shirt look a little bit vintage, but obviously not.
Tell you what, that's going to be a theme of today. Just mean we do whatever we want. First of all, let's just get some admin out of the way. Right. Hello, everyone. You can find us, if you haven't already, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram at ShirtsPod. We're also now on Facebook at ShirtsPod. We are also on TikTok, and guess what? That's at ShirtsPod. If you like what we do and you want to support us in any way possible, you can give us a follow on any of those channels. You can also go onto your podcast provider and give it a little follow or a like or whatever. You can comment on any of our Instagram pages posts. That's really helpful. You can reshare our posts. If you want to do a little bit more, if you've got a bit of spare cash and you want to, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/shirtspod, where you can donate £3 to buy us a coffee. If you want to buy us all a coffee, I'm quite cheap, but little cappuccino here for Jakey boy, and it's a couple of quid, and you're not tied into anything. It's just a one-off little payment, and it helps keep the lights on, pay for the streaming platform we use. If we need to buy a new microphone, that kind of stuff, that would help in doing that and help providing you content that you guys can enjoy.
Yeah, big shout out to everyone who's done that so far as well. We've had a few coffees off people, which is really nice.
It's always appreciated. It's always so appreciated because I myself, having just moved house and having another kid, I can understand how tight money can be at some points. And you yourself, wedding, life ain't cheap. So we understand that, and we love just providing you with entertainment. So don't feel like you have to, but if you do have any spare cash, throw it our way. Now that's out of the way. Have we got a show for you today, guys? But before we crack on, Jake, we do always like to have on the pod a little bit of chat about football. Anything football related, non-shirt related, do you want to have a little chat about?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's only right that we give it a little bit of airtime, considering Woody's not here. Sheffield Wednesday. Have they had arguably the worst season in that club's history? I feel like the only way that they could have had a worse one is if they'd folded completely. I mean, if you bullet point it, they've had all of the stuff with the owner. They've had the points deduction. They've had one of their iconic players leaving, Barry Bannon. They have now, this past weekend, been relegated so early on in the season. Not only that relegation was because they lost to their arch rival Sheffield United.
Yeah.
And if you just take those bullet points and just throw it at a club, that's arguably one of their worst seasons in existence, surely.
I do not doubt that. I feel so disappointed for a team like that that have got loyal fans and everything, old as heck. And even because their name is Wednesday, I think you have a slight, unless you are a Sheffield United fan, you have a slight love for them because it's like there's only one Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. You got Wanderers, you got Uniteds, you've only got one Wednesday, and I think that does resonate with me slightly. I love it, and it's proper look out, out your way, and everything. You're hitting every stick on the way down.
Yeah, it is exactly that. I mean, we've kind of had updates this season from Woody during his football roundups, where he's gave us little glimpses as to what it is like to be a supporter of Wednesday this season, and in recent times, to be honest. And it's just exactly what you don't want to happen to any football club.
But the one saving grace, and I hope this is a saving grace, and I don't mean it disparagingly in any way, if this is the worst it will get. So as long as their finances are sorted now, as long as that's okay, they'll get they are relegated. They will start next season with 0 points, a stadium that they can half fill at least, and a squad of players, at least now they'll be starting with 2 hands, 2 feet, right? Rather than one hand tied behind their back or both hands tied behind their back.
Yeah. Hopefully that is the case, and they're not going into a lower down league with a depleted squad, and fingers crossed. This is the end. This is the underlining of the crappy season that they've had to endure. And you never know. Because this has finally happened and the relegation's happened, there might be a little bit more freedom, less stress.
Playing with some freedom, love teams that play with freedom.
You might get a few wins under your belt where they might not have happened in previous games. So fingers crossed for him anyway. But yeah, a little shout out to Woody. Happy birthday, but your club's had a mare.
Yeah. If we're talking about teams with shit luck at the moment, oh my God, I have lost count with the amount of goals Wolves have conceded in 89 plus to lose points. I mean, I fully appreciate we are not good. That's fine. But we're actually people have said, we deserved more from the game of the weekend. How many times do we need to concede a last-minute goal to take away points from us? Now, I know the way the world works and everything evens out over time, but I know that last-minute goal against Arsenal to lose the game, last-minute goal against Tottenham to draw, last-minute goal, I think it was maybe to Brentford to draw, last-minute goal to lose to Crystal Palace. Now, if you take away those last-minute goals, we're probably 9 points better off.
Right.
Something like that. And it just gives you a little bit more hope. But as you said, just as I've already said, when you look down, it's really against you.
Yeah. That pressure can really. I'm a United fan. I've seen it when there's a bit of when your team's in a bit of a boiling pot, and there's that pressure. Players are scared to do something wrong. And we had that. We had that under Ruben. There was a lot of focus on a lot of different things that weren't going right, and then Carrick comes in and he's just I think he's just simplified it a little bit, and that's how he's got his good results so far. Just simplifying it, making it nice and easy for players to deal with and understand. But yeah, how are we feeling as a Wolves fan right now? Have you taken Championship football next season as a given now?
Absolutely. I think you've got to, realistically.
Yeah.
As I've said, I think I said before, obviously we beat West Ham. We're like, yes, we're on the way back. Realistically, the next target is to beat 11 points. You don't want to be that team. But I've got to say this. I've got to add this caveat. The worst thing that could happen to Wolves this season now is that Tottenham get relegated. Because it's one of those, right? If Tottenham get relegated, if that did happen, then the possibility of them getting promoted next season from the Championship with 110 points is highly likely. And that probably would happen. But that takes away one promotion spot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it then makes it harder. Anyway, I don't like talking about football. Football's crap. Football shirts are great, though. Football shirts are so great. And we did have some humdingers this week.
Really?
Now, obviously, there's a bit of slow sports news here, but, this is the thing. We record on a Wednesday, podcast somebody out on a Sunday. You've already seen it. Now, there's a very Italian-heavy theme this week, Jake, and I know I picked this on purpose because I know this is a certain thing that just tickles you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You love a little tickle of Italian football.
Who doesn't?
You talk to me about Juventus.
Yes. Now, this for me came out of the blue. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't see any leaks. I didn't hear any rumblings. I don't know whether I'm busy and just been out the loop of these type of things recently, but the two releases from the two Serie A clubs this week hit me just out of the blue, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I just saw it on the pitch for the first time, and I was like, "What? What is this?" So Juventus. Now, I think it looked. First of all, as a shirt, as a design, I think it looks bloody brilliant. I love it. Black and white hoops. That's all it is. Black and white hoops, polo collar, Juventus logos, and
Long
sponsors.
sleeve.
They all wore long sleeved. Stunning. It had very small logos going across the chest, just in one line. It wasn't like your usual sort of get up. Red numbers as well, just red numbers on that black and white. Beautiful, and definitely took me back to those Del Piero days. I don't know why. Bloody, is it Takanadi? I don't know. But it just took me back to those days. That Kappa, black and white, and then do you know what? When I looked at it, looked at the little article that was created for it on Footy Headlines, which had some more close up pictures of it. Oh, it's even better close up. It actually said on. And I'm saying it on this is I'm taking it as read from Footy Headlines, whether this is true or not. The inspiration behind this fourth kit was a sort of like training polo leisure wear from the Kappa days of like 2000 and whatever it was, which I find mad that is they've drawn inspiration from a bit of leisure wear, like
1996, 97. Yeah.
Madness.
Pre-match design.
Madness. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pre-match things weren't even a thing then, were they really? It was, I think, if I remember rightly, it was a combination of like, I remember Del Piero wearing it. It was like a rugby shirt, but then they also had a lace-up hoop type one as well, which I'm guessing that's where they took it from. But as a design itself, I absolutely loved seeing it on the pitch. It had a slight bagginess to the cut, which gave it that real rugby shirt vibe. But obviously, when you see the close-up pictures, it still has that technical aspect that you see in modern day shirts with the material and the cut of the collar and cuffs, etc.
I'm getting more excited by it the more I look at it. When I first saw it, I wasn't blown away by it, given that, like, it at first glance, it just looked like a baggy rugby shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A Barbarians rugby shirt, which is what that is. It's a black and white hoop. And then I was like, then without doing any research, I'm like, well, hold on a minute. Isn't the whole point of Juventus's history is they took a shirt from Notts County? So they've never had hoops. It's only then when you realize that they took, as you said already, a 96-97 pre-match shirt, which is Kappa and was oversized and had a lace-up collar. And I've just looked at the image of the collar, and the lace is as fat as that. It's a piece of rope. It's a big piece of rope. And you start to enjoy it. The negative, if we're going to look at a negative, is did you see the keeper?
Yes, I did. Yeah, and it was the modern shirt again, wasn't it? But with the smaller logos going across. Yeah. They've kind of. I mean, the only keeper shirt that comes to mind with these specials and retros is the Adidas Originals ones for the likes of Germany and a few countries where they've gone proper basic and minimalist on the design. But it's a shame that they kind of miss the keepers out on that.
Do we know if they're only wearing this once, or do you know if they're wearing it a few times?
I don't know. I mean, going by what has happened by most clubs recently, it might be a one-off because it's a thingy collaboration, isn't it? The reason for this throwback and this fourth kit is because it's one of those fashion shirts with a brand.
Again. Yes.
There's no sort of
Segura.
Yeah, something along those lines. And it's not like a special anniversary or anything. Like we said, it's a pre-match top that they just drew inspiration from for this fashion sort of put out this reason for a fourth shirt. I think it's a one-off.
Milan Fashion Week.
It
So
could
it
be.
would make
There you
sense.
go. There you go. Sadly, it's another instance of a special shirt being released for and the team losing whilst wearing it. After losing to Fabregas's Como 2-0, I think it was on the weekend. Who also had a new shirt released, a black one, very, 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 very nice one, to be honest. I don't know too much about the reasons for that, but maybe we can visit that one next week after our Serie A coverage for this week.
So the other team that released a special edition was AC Milan. And I didn't know this until just now, but they went full long sleeve as well.
Yep, every single one of them as well, long sleeved.
But do you want to do me a favour and tell me about this one?
Yeah, I mean, this, like I said at the start, this was another one which was just out of the blue. I didn't realise they were going to be doing it, but I'm guessing Milan Fashion Week, like you said, this is what has inspired these new kits, these new fourth kits. Now, this one is, you'll have to help me out. Who's the fashion brand that they've teamed up with for this one?
I do now. God, I've got it here.
So, Slam Jam, that's it.
Yeah, so this is a collab with Slam Jam, and it's featured, the name Slam Jam, I think, is featured just underneath the Puma logo on the shirt.
Yeah, it is.
But what's unique about this, mate? Tell me, for those who aren't watching the pod, those who are listening, but those who haven't seen it yet, what is unique about this shirt?
Well, I mean, from the match that they wore on the weekend, the outfield players were wearing the red version of this release.
All red,
all completely red, but with black trim, black accents on there, the Puma logo, the Emirates logo. It's very similar to their away shirt template, which they've been using, and a few Adidas teams have been, a few Puma teams have been using this season, where they've got a little bit of black over the shoulders and then running down the sides of the body. But this shirt, which this is the thing I love about this shirt, and you don't often get me say this. I don't usually say this about AC Milan shirts. The silkiness of the shirt that you can see under lights, that red glistening, it takes me back to 2000s, maybe even late 90s, where Milan wore red with black under Lotto. They wore it under Adidas in 01, 02, something like that. All red outfit, and it looks great. It looks beautiful under lights at the San Siro. The goalkeeper version is exactly the same. Oh,
well, that was going to be my next point. The goalkeeper one.
It's not the goalkeeper version, apparently. They've just released two kits. If you see the promo which has come out, you've got a mix of outfield players wearing the white or the silver, as it looks like on some of these photos, the silver and then the red version. So it looks like one of those where they're just mix and match into whatever team they were going to come up against. But yeah, it's like a silvery white color with black trim. Nice, actually, lovely bit of red on there to complement that black on the cuffs and the collar. But it's still that same silky style material.
Do you know what's crazy about the silver one, though? It looks white under lights.
Yeah.
Like you said it already about how the shirt glistens under like floodlights. But just looking at this image of this silver goalkeeper shirt, it actually looks white, but with floodlights on it to make it look silver. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's glistening without even doing anything. And, I'm speaking here. I've got one on. I've got a shiny shirt on. This is shiny.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It won't look out of place in the sun, but it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then, do you know what? I've always thought that's a good episode. Shit shirt, good shirt, under lights. Does it look better? Worse?
Yeah, it's that. I mean, usually we've had the conversation where we've said we've said under lights, on pitch, something like that, where it can change your mind about it. I can't remember. We said one. Oh, the Inter one recently. The fourth kit,
Oh yes, that
the
blue
Nike,
and black.
yeah, the blue and the black, and we were like, I was like, you know what, under lights, that can change for me. And lo and behold, I think I sent a message into the group chat saying, yeah, okay, I'm into it now. I'm into it. That orange and stuff, it just pops. And I think the material just adds that something special on these Milan kits. Because if you just take them and you was to do a plain white one, plain red one with a kind of matte material, you'd be like, yeah, they're all right. Yeah, they're okay. But when they look a little bit silky and they're glowing on that pitch, it looks great.
It's funny, isn't it? Because I think this is where the designers come in and actually use their sometimes terrible knowledge of football to the advantage of football. Yeah. It's like what they've done is they've used 90s style, like stylizing to create a football shirt, which is going to look incredible.
Yeah.
And normally we're the first ones to be like, nah, you're a fashion designer, stick to fashion. You don't get involved in football. But sometimes they get it right.
It can work. It can work when done right.
Now, speaking about things that are done right, let's go back in time and talk about probably what is one of your favorite things.
Ooh,
okay. 90s,
Italy,
Pagliuca.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I'm into that.
This is right. So we have to caveat this and say Jake is a library of shirts and images, right? Yeah. He's seen everything.
Yeah.
Woody, the same. Me, I'm a little bit different in this. Is I'm still learning a lot of stuff. I love football shirt collecting, but I'm still learning all of these great things. And sometimes things come across me which I've never seen before, and I just want to talk about because they deserve the airtime that they would never have had in the 90s. Podcasts didn't exist. And so actually this was Shirt Hits the Fan, Dan Andrews, who shared this photo with me of, and I've sent it to you, obviously. It's Pagliuca in the changing rooms. And it's Sampdoria, right?
Yes, I did see this. Image through the rounds because I follow the Wall Pagliuca Museum as well. Like you said, I'm a massive Pagliuca fan.
So what really caught my eye is not so much the shirt, whilst it's great. It's the shirt and the gloves combo.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, beautiful.
Do you want to do a quick, again, like you're obviously the best one for this. Just for those who are listening, not watching, because I will share a picture. Just maybe describe the image. I've said they're in the changing room. Pagliuca's sitting down, but describe the shirt and the glove combo.
Yeah, so in very, very early 90s, Gianluca Pagliuca played for Sampdoria, and I think I even did a deep dive on this as a geek that I am on the podcast once. Sampdoria was sponsored by Kappa, and then they moved to Asics, and during that time, Gianluca Pagliuca was sponsored by Rush goalkeeper gloves, and he also preferred wearing Rush goalkeeper shirts. But what he had to do was to make sure that every Royce logo was covered with an Asics logo. And that was sometimes sewn very badly over the top of it, so you could still see it. And it was even a case when Pagliuca left to join Inter Milan, and this is a little Wolves connection for you now. The Inter Milan goalkeeper before Pagliuca was Walter Zenga, who then moved to Sampdoria, who also wore his glove make goalkeeper shirt, which was all sport. And he had to put an Asics logo over the top of that as well. So Asics goalkeeper tops at that time, I'm guessing, were either non-existent or very, very poor. So this is the level of geek I am about this.
Okay.
But the shirt which Paluca's wearing in this picture, and I love this picture. I've never seen this picture before, and this is what makes me feel like this is AI. I feel like
Okay.
this isn't. I feel like this is an AI picture due to certain little inconsistencies with it, and the main one is the shirt that is hanging up behind Paluca in this picture. I don't think exists. It may be a case of the button up being slightly wrong, but I don't remember seeing that Sampdoria logo on the front of a shirt, that little sailor one. I think it's called the Bachica or something like that. I probably murdered that pronunciation of it, but I don't remember seeing that badge on the front of an early 90s Sampdoria shirt, which makes me skeptical about this picture on a whole. But Paluca's get-up is 100% correct. He wore that combination. The Royce goalkeeper shirt, pale blue, pink padding on the shoulders with black stripes. And he had a couple of versions in different colorways where on the main body there was triangles in those sort of crazy shoulder panel colors. So this one has got pink triangles with a dark outline going around it. Very, very bold, very 90s, beautiful. And like most goalkeepers, he's chosen Royce early 90s, and they had the usual white going across the knuckles and your index finger. But then the rest of it, like your thumb material and that bright pink and purple strap going across it, so bright. Ultimately, so garish. It's definitely it's 90s sort of rave attire, isn't it? Those colours.
Yeah. I love that. I don't know that I don't know when it became a thing that goalkeepers would combo match, but this image of the pink and the blue with the pink and the blue gloves, I think it just looked stupendous, even if it is AI. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's such a lovely aesthetic,
Yeah.
and because of the detailing, like it still just screams 90s, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%, 100%. A little shout out for if any goalkeepers are listening. Obviously, me and Rich are keepers, so we're nerdy about that as well. And like Rich said, we like to combo, whether it be kit, gloves, boots, all three if possible. But Royce have actually released, they've done so over the last few years, legacy editions and legacy reissues. And I think one of the latest ones is kind of a little bit of a throwback to this era where it's got purple fingers and fluo yellow strapping and sort of like, yeah, it's mental. It's absolutely mental. It's got the, for the keepers that listen, they've got the, the stars come back, the little star that they had on the top of your hand there. So yeah, for any keepers listening who haven't seen those, check out that Royce Legacy drop that they keep on doing.
I got alerted by my friend Robbie that in TK Maxx at the moment they had some Copenhagen shirts. I think the white Copenhagen shirt that's got like a blue kind of cross pattern.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
So he lives in London. I went into my local one in Wolverhampton, and sadly, they only had mediums and smalls available. I think I would have. I like to collect shirts from places I've been. Maybe not necessarily seen a team. I've been to Copenhagen a few times to see friends, and I think I would have bought one. So I would have spent 40 quid on one, but they didn't have it. But what did interest me, and I have then since sent you, is I love looking at companies that make football like shirts and try and make heads or tails of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully on your screen, if you're watching, I'll present to you a company called Urban Threads through TK Maxx have dropped, and I tried to find all of them. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shirts that have been released. Now you're looking at them too, Jake.
I am, yeah. I'm just having a little nose now.
So the first one I saw was this Mexico City shirt. Now this is a white and black striped shirt, but the stripes are wavy,
Mhm.
and they've also got like a blue pinstripe in it. The badge is nothing special. It's just like a football with cartoony lines, like it's being kicked, and then it has the name Mexico City across the front in wavy lines. And I'm thinking, okay, what's this about? I then see another one that's got Miami. Now, this is a checkerboard shirt, but with a cream and like salmony pink, but on the diagonal. So they're like diamond checkerboard rather than just a Croatia checkerboard. Purple badge with a football with some palm trees coming out of it. Very cool. Says Miami across the front in purple. And so therefore I'm thinking, oh, hold on. Maybe they're just doing World Cup 2026 host cities, right? You with
Mm.
me? Makes
Yep,
sense.
yep, 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 yep.
But then green and cream striped shirt with a kind of aquamarine pinstriping, wavy again, says Ibiza.
Ah.
And now I've got no bloody clue what these shirts are. Skip ahead. We've got another Ibiza shirt, which is a purple with a sort of white, kind of like mazy pattern. We've got a Dallas shirt, which is so bizarre because it's so Argentina. It's a
Mm.
checkerboard shirt like Croatia, but in Argentina colors, yellow Dallas, which again is very Argentina. Even the font itself looks really, but it says Dallas. And then we've got New York, which is a blue. And actually, Jake, maybe you'll remember this. Nike goalkeeper kits from a
Oh
few years
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
They look like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
thumbprint, didn't they? It has that sort of element to it.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
ombreing from dark blue to light blue with this sort of like dot and line swirly pattern. It says New York on it.
Yeah,
I'm at a bloody loss here, mate. I've
they're
got
odd.
no clue what
Yeah, they're a
I've
little
got.
bit odd, aren't they?
I've got no clue what they are for. Right, so it's at this time of year, maybe in a few weeks, months' time, that we will see brands starting to release their own World Cup shirts. We'll start seeing Umbro do a never existed before Argentina blue and white shirt, but they won't call it Argentina. They'll
I
just have
think
an
the island
Argentina.
shirt dropped today, mate.
There we go. See, and we'll have them doing a USA shirt. We'll have Adidas, more likely Puma, drop their own versions of shirts.
Yeah,
And you'll
yeah, yeah.
see the resemblance to historic football kits, but they won't have anything to do with that country because of licensing laws, right? So
Mhm.
I thought it was going to be like that,
Yeah, I
but
get
it's
what you
not.
mean. I mean, I look,
Is it?
yeah, like the bit when you were saying, like I thought it was like the host cities for the World Cup releasing a little shirt for each one. Kind of makes sense like that, but then to throw these different Ibiza ones in, they're just a bit mad, and for me, it kind of with the addition of those, it kind of strikes me as that festival football shirt market that people going on holiday, going to gigs, going to Ibiza, going to like what is it, a Ushuaia and stuff like that, put on a football shirt type thing. But for me, looking at these, I mean, did you get the price of them when you were in there?
I stupidly didn't.
Oh, okay. You know what, right? For me, these are really, really sort of poorly designed, poorly put together. I think the market which they're probably going to go for, and I'm guessing it's that festival football shirt, going on holiday, going to gig vibe. Um, People will just buy a football shirt for it, or something that looks more like a football shirt, because these don't. I'm afraid there's footballs and there's you kind of expect them to be called soccer balls. They're a little bit too far away from football, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
to be classed as football shirts. They're almost every single one of them. It looks like it's been a collaboration with Austin Powers.
Oh yes. It's the font, isn't it?
And the
It looks
wavy
like the Austin
lines and
Powers.
the 60s vibe in a lot of the pattern work.
So normally when we see these, you can see elements of old football shirts, right? You can see,
Yeah.
that they'll call on they won't legally be allowed to, but they'll call on inspiration from something, be
Yeah.
it a historical kit. And actually, I think one of these, it's primed for a sort of New York Cosmos sort of style, isn't it? It has that element. It could have been a New York Cosmos style shirt, with the soccer ball and the swoopiness around from it, or the Hurricanes, that kids TV program. That what I mean. Like it's
Yeah, very, very Hurricanes, actually. Yeah.
what yeah. I don't necessarily like them myself, but I had to take a picture of all of them. If you were buying one of them,
Yeah.
which one you picking?
Oh, Jesus. I would go. Oh, God, this is hard, I'd probably go Ibiza's colorway, the green one. But ideally, I think the best badge is the Miami one.
The the diamond checkerboard one.
Yeah, with the sort of palm trees
Just
coming out the badge. I think that's the best badge. But yeah, I'd probably go Ibiza green and cream. What are you saying?
That's a good shout. That's probably one that looks most like a football shirt. Maybe. I quite like the New York one, the one that's white, blue, and red, because that doesn't keep with a sort of New York theme. That's the
Yeah,
only one.
good badge as well.
Actually,
To be fair, good badge.
I've just noticed the badge on that one. That's New York. That's probably the best for me badge because that says New York.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
quite like. I tell you what.
That New
I tell
York's
you which one
huge,
I
though.
like. Yeah, I quite like Mexico City for the same template as like Ibiza, the wavy stripes, but that sort of off-white, black, and pale blue pinstripe. I quite like.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't know whether it's the writing part, the layout part that it just doesn't do anything for me. And I'm gonna speak on his behalf. I reckon Woody would absolutely hate these.
Oh, this is the only reason I'm bringing it up today is because Woody's not on. It'd be unfair. I tell you the one I hate the most, the Dallas one. Dallas one is just awful.
Yeah.
It's just wishy-washy blue and white checkerboard. The bloody badge is a football inside a star, and the star is not anywhere near. You know what I'm saying, right? It's half.
Yeah.
It's not even half in one box, half in the other. It's across both boxes. The Dallas lettering is messed up. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. And then they've got this random number 17 in the corner where your Adidas logo would be. Now,
Yeah, none
what's
of the others have
17
got
got to do with it? No. What's the 17 got to do with it?
Don't know.
See, if it was 10, I'd be like, oh, okay, they are, even though it's Dallas, they're kind of hinting at Messi. But I don't know. Sometimes the football world passes me by and I've got no clue what's going on. But thankfully, these aren't actually football shirts, so I haven't got to worry too much. Right, we're nearly done, mate. But before we go, we've got to revisit an old segment.
Okay.
Kit Brain.
Yeah. Okay.
Helen's not here, so I'm doing the editing. So if I find the theme tune, play the theme tune.
Kit brain, what's your game? Turning thoughts into endless frames. Can't escape this relentless chase. Kit brain trapped in a digital space.
The real key tapper, isn't it? I love it.
I mean,
Right.
I remember it at the time, but yeah. I need to hear that again. I'll be listening back on Monday.
Spinning circuits, wireframe.
Now this is yours. This is one that you spotted.
Yeah, I think it's the first one I've officially submitted during the Kit Brain era.
Yeah. Now let me go and find it. Let me find it.
It
So
was
I'm going to play it for you guys now.
roll
Will you
VT.
tell you? Yeah, roll VT. So Jake, tell the people what they're watching.
So this was me just sort of on a doom scroll sort of one day, and I like when it's not football related quizzes, conspiracy theories. It is usually guitars and music, and this is a music and a vinyl one which I come across, and it is an Instagram page called Captured Tracks, and it literally just spins vinyl. It just features a certain artist, spins the vinyl that they've released it on, and it's just basically like a video shot of it and the song which is playing on it. And the vinyl which they're playing is Mac DeMarco. What's the track called? Chamber something or other, isn't it? And the vinyl, you know when you get special vinyl and it's got different colors, or it's glittered, or it's all this sort of cool stuff in there. Or and one that I've seen recently where it's got like the writing of the album, so when it spins, it kind of changes the lyrics. They can do amazing things now with it. Well, Mac DeMarco's vinyl has got in it these beautiful sort of rainbow shards which just keep on moving and flickering around as the vinyl spins on the record player. And I sent it into the group chat, and I didn't put what shirt it was or anything like that straight away. And Rich knew exactly what kit template it was that I was hoping it would make him think of. And that kit template was what, Rich?
Well, we've gone back full circle, haven't we? Asics. Yeah. Asics Rainbow Shard, Pavel Cernacek,
Mark Bosnich.
Mark Bosnich. Yeah. It's one of those that is synonymous with 90s British goalkeeping at the time. Straight away. I mean, I've got that shirt, haven't I? That classic football shirt.
Yeah.
The summary shirt. That So I thought that was an excellent spot. And
I mean,
if people want to have a look at your artwork, get in touch with you, where can they find you?
Yeah, I'm at Art on Shirts FC on all of the social medias.
Cool. Right now, and then I always forget Woody.
He's Woody W.
Yeah, that's it. So Woody, if you missed Woody, you can find him on Woody W1988 on Instagram only. On there, you can look at his recent posts, because did you see that for his birthday, he bought himself a load of 90s football shirts, Premier League shirts. He just went one after the other.
Wow. No.
It was very cool. Delivery day special. This was to celebrate his birthday. He's chucking a football around, throws the football, and then he's got Nottingham Forest away, white, with red collar, with a little poppy collar. So that's probably 92. Then he's got is that Portsmouth Asics Goodman's shirt. What else has he got? He's got a All Sport Blackburn Rovers home shirt.
Oh.
Has he got another one? He's got another one. It's a Chelsea Commodore Umbro shirt. No, not another one. He's got a QPR Brooks away shirt, red and black hoops.
Oh wow, that's very rugby. That's Juventus. That's Juventus.
That's very Juventus. Yeah. You can also find him on his other podcast that he likes to do. That Premier League podcast, that 90s Premier League podcast. Sorry, which he does with Jonesy. Helen, you can go to crabslam.com if you've got any editing/producing needs. And of course, you can find us on @ShirtsPod on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And we are The Wonderful World of Football Shirts on YouTube and Spotify. Thanks so much for listening, guys. We really appreciate it. If you went down to London this weekend to have a little football meetup, I hope you've enjoyed yourself. If you haven't, I hope you get a chance to meet with some friends that like football shirts just like you. And I tell you what, before we go, it costs nothing to be kind. It costs nothing to be kind and generous with the things you say about football shirts. We all have different fascinations of football shirts. We have different loves of football shirts. Doesn't mean that what you're doing is any better or any worse than anyone else. So let's just be nice, let's be kind and support the fact that we're all kind of going on a similar journey of collecting football shirts, but be it on our own path. Right? I'm going to say this now. You know, for me, football shirts and showing them off, there's no ick. I don't get an ick if people are collecting West Brom shirts. I don't get an ick if someone's showing off a shirt at weird times. They're just shirts. I love them for what they are. Jakey, say goodbye to everyone, please, mate.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.